Hi pilots, in this video I'm going to explain you why it's best to crash your helicopter in 6G mode and not in 3D mode. So let's say that you are flying your helicopter and you are practicing some 3D maneuvers and something goes wrong. Let's say that you suddenly lose orientation and you decide that in your particular case the best thing is to hit throttle cut and crash your helicopter. And in this case the motor will shut down, the rotor will still spin quite fast and your helicopter will crash to the ground. In your case the helicopter will crash at a random orientation. And because of that, the damage that your helicopter will suffer in a crash will be more or less random. Because it's best that the helicopter crashes when it's orientated horizontally like this. In this orientation, the helicopter will suffer the least amount of damage possible. If your helicopter crashes like this, for example, the damage in your crash will be greater. So let's say that you have mixed your throttle cut switch with 6G mode. So when you switch throttle cut on, at the same time your radio will be in a way that your throttle cut activates 6G mode as well. So let's see that in my second example. So you are flying your helicopter, practicing some 3D maneuvers and you lost orientation. You hit throttle cut. Now when you hit throttle cut, the ESC will stop provide power to your motor, but of course the rotor, because of the inertia, will still spin quite fast. But at the same time, as you have hit the throttle cut switch, 6G mode will be activated as well. So you hit throttle cut, your helicopter still flies, but immediately levels itself and it crashes level to the ground. So you see, in this case, the damage your helicopter will suffer in a crash will be as small as possible, for a crash. So if you have a helicopter that has both options, so the option to fly in 3D mode and in 6G mode, you have an option to program your radio in a way that when you hit throttle cut, the throttle cut switch also activates 6G mode at the same time. So let me show you how to program that. It's really simple. What you have to do is, let's say this is my switch for switching between acro mode and 6G mode. When channel 5 switches between 6G mode and angle mode and 3D mode. So you see, when I switch SB switch, channel 5 will go from -100, that is acro mode, to 6G mode. 6G mode is when channel 5 is at 100%. Acro mode is when channel 5 is -100%. So what we want to do here is that when we switch from engine off to engine off, that is throttle cut. When throttle cut is activated, You see? Channel 3 in my case is for throttle. When I switch throttle cut on, channel 5 has to go from minus 100% to angle mode or 6G mode. So to 100%. So to program that, we have to go to model settings, special functions. We have to add another special function 9 in my case. I have to choose the switch, so I have to toggle my throttle cut switch on, and now I have to confirm this. Function is override, but the channel has to be channel 5, because on channel 5 I have switching between 6G and 3D mode. So when throttle cut will be on, channel 5 has to be overridden to 100%. And I have to enable this. Now, let's see. You see, when when the motor is on, the helicopter will fly, and we were, let's say, practicing some maneuvers, and we lost orientation, and now we will hit throttle cut. You see, the motor has stopped running, and at the same time channel 5 went from minus 100, that is acro mode, so it went from minus 100 to 100%, and when channel 5 goes from minus 100 to plus 100%, 6G mode is activated. So you see, in our case, when we hit throttle cut, the motor will stop providing power, the rotor will still be spinning quite fast, and at the same time 6G mode will be activated, helicopter will level itself and crash to the ground oriented horizontally. In this way, the damage the helicopter will suffer in a crash will be minimal. So I hope that this video explained you why it's good to program throttle cut switch in a way that it activates 6G mode at the same time as it cuts the power to the motor. And if your helicopter has a flight controller that allows you to fly in both 3D and 6G mode, it's really good to program this throttle cut switch in this way. At least this is how I do this in all of my helicopters that have both options, 3D and 6G. Okay guys, this is it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.